In Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, the Kobold is a small humanoid, lawful evil creature with an AC of 12 and 5 HP. It has bad stats across the board, with the exception being its +2 to dexterity. It can speak Common and Draconic and has dark vision, but has a terrible passive perception of only 8. It has a weakness to direct sunlight, forcing it to have disadvantage on attack rolls and perception checks. The one thing that kobolds have going for them is that they gain advantage on all of their attacks if they have at least one ally within 5 feet of their target who is not incapacitated. As a DM, the only time I would use kobolds against a player would be in a subterranean area, and only while their characters are level 3 or lower. Once a party has hit level 3 or higher, they will have more than enough power to kill every kobold in one hit. Individually, the kobolds are incredibly weak, but together with their pack tactics, they can harry a level 3 party and be potentially deadly to a lower level party. I would personally have them attack together in a dark area, surrounding players whenever possible. This will force players to stand and fight against enemies that will have advantage on every single one of their attacks. Players will have to keep moving if they want to avoid becoming trapped, which opens them up to opportunity attacks. Positioning the kobolds almost like a swarm around the players is a surefire way to put them in danger, without hopefully TPKing the entire party. Kobolds come originally to us from Germanic folklore. They are described commonly as fairies or sprites of 3 different types. One that hides underground, particularly in mines, the Klobaltermen, who aid sailors on ships, and the most common ones that live in human homes and do chores in return for beer, or play tricks if they are ignored and not paid in alcohol. The modern-day visual popularized by World of Warcraft is that of a small, rat-like humanoid living in mines with a candle attached to the top of its head, possibly derived from the ability of kobolds in myth to appear in the form of a small animal, tiny fires, children, and lit candles. Many scholars believe that European myths about goblins and hobgoblins can trace their origins back to the Germanic kobold. Fun fact, the name of the element cobalt comes from this creature's name, because medieval miners blamed the quote-unquote poison rocks on the sprite. The differences between kobolds in D&D and in their mythology are striking. Most mythology paints them as similar to gnomes or dwarves, or as spirits that delight in mischief or honest work for honest pay. Dungeons & Dragons kobolds, however, are draconic in nature, though they prefer subterranean areas and hoarding precious stones. It might be that kobolds in Dungeons & Dragons get their draconic nature from an obscure Uckermark legend of fire kobolds. These humanoid fairies take the form of flames and enter houses via chimneys. This fire aspect, combined with a love of mining and hoarding wealth, may have been the combination that eventually led to the D&D kobolds' dragon origins, and their love of invading mines in World of Warcraft. If you enjoyed that video, consider giving it a like and giving me a follow. And for more of my videos, you can find me on Twitch @Moglaroo, YouTube @Moglaroo Streams, and TikTok @Moglaroo Streams as well.